Looking at the Markets with David Modell. Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. You know, the market breaks up and it breaks down, and I like to profit from both directions in the markets. And I love the charting tools that I get at TrendSpider and Jake from TrendSpider. All right, Jake, welcome back to Looking at the Markets, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me as usual. Today we are going to talk about the scanner, which we just launched, as you mentioned. And it's really just another layer on the platform that is there to make your life easier, more efficient when doing technical analysis and trading. So we did mention that, you know, we could scan for breakdowns, but we could also possibly scan for breakouts. And I'll do an example of both. So what I have up here is the market scanner below. And what you can see on the platform, you can easily just click market scanner, and that's going to pop up right below. And starting from kind of the left side here, you'll see that there is a list of predefined templates that we've already come up with. So if there is, you know, maybe a moving average cross that you're looking for that, you know, is pretty generic, you may be able to find it in here. So that's for somebody who's looking for maybe just a bullish or bearish kind of setup. Anything that we mention as bullish or bearish on here just means that that's the directional move. It doesn't mean that it's a buy or a sell. Nothing on here is advice or anything like that, but it is just kind of showing the sentiment of the indicator. So let's just do one on our own. And so what I'll do is let's just do possible breakdowns. And this would be if I was maybe looking for a breakdown that I wanted to possibly short. So, you know, looking at maybe just a kind of normal chart here with your typical lower indicators, the RSI and the MACD, what we can do here is actually scan the market for possible breakdowns. So let's say we want to scan for anything that is currently breaking down. So that means the day's still going on right now. So we want to be scanning that current candle for the breakdown. So that means there is potential that if you find a MACD crossing right now, it may not necessarily be crossed at the end of the day, because there is still time left in this candle or in this lower indicator to kind of figure out where it wants to go. But for this case, let's go through the Russell 1000 index, and this will be the index and the list of stocks that we'll be scanning through. Let's say that you don't necessarily want to scan for you know, just new stocks. Maybe you want to scan for just a list of stocks that you watch religiously. That's kind of what I do. I'm not necessarily going out and just trying to find the most, you know, random stock I can that has conditions that I like. I generally like to have a watch list, and then when that watch list hits specific criteria, that's when I'll, you know, want to scan for it. So you could do that easily. You can see here, anytime I've got custom here, that's just a watch list that I've created on my own. So for this particular case, we're just going to do the Russell 1000, and we're going to scan simply for the daily MACD fast has crossed down through the daily MACD slow. And then the second thing we're going to look for is simply the daily indicator, and we have the RSI 10 up here, so I'll go down to RSI 10, crossed down through the constant level of, let's say, 50. And so now we scan, and you can see all of these, scans coming up. All of these are different stocks within the Russell 1000. So, you know, every stock that we click on, you can see that it's doing exactly what we're looking for. RSI breaking down, MACD crossing down. And so as we go through this list, it's going to look like a very, you know, it's going to look the same across every stock, because that's exactly what we're scanning for. So it's something to make your life easier. It's not there to just, you know, find the magic stock. It's there to let you put in a set of conditions without having to do any coding on the back end, and have the software scan that for you, so you don't have to do it on your own. Because I've been there where I'm going through 50 charts, and I've got the same settings up, and I'm going manually through each one to see which one is really matching the conditions I'm looking for.
Very nice.
So this is just one example, right? This is the lower indicators. Let's say that we want to scan the Russell 1000 for a hammer that's forming on the daily right now.
Okay.
You go in, condition, daily, candlestick pattern, hammer. And so now any any chart in the Russell 1000 that has a hammer forming into close is going to pop up here. So we've got EQT. You can see here we've got this hammer forming. And so without me having to do anything, you've got all of these possibilities in front of you without having to do any searching on your own. All you need to do is be able to know how to type in the hammer into the scanner, and they're all coming up right now for you.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of these are going to kind of be changing because the day is still open. So this daily candle is constantly changing. But right when we did that scan, there was some type of hammer forming, and that's why it popped up in the scan.
Yeah. Those were a couple of picture-perfect hammers there at the bottom of a downtrend. Those could be great buying opportunities depending on other factors. You're also looking at the RSI, the MACD, so you get a full picture here. I really like this.
Exactly, and that's the thing. It's not just to find breakdowns. Right now, it would be very convenient if you were looking for a specific set of rules for a potential breakdown, as we just did with the RSI breaking down and the MACD breaking down. It really makes your life a lot easier, and it helps you kind of filter out some of the noise. Let's say I want to, maybe we'll just do another scan here. Let's quickly do, the daily price close is greater than 50, and then, the daily price close is less than 100. So we can look for, even a particular range, if you will, rather than just looking for, conditions. You can just look for a particular price range, and you're going to get a bunch of stocks as well. So it's very flexible. It's not just you can do one thing. It's you can really scan the universe for whatever you can think of.
Yeah.
Let's say that we did want to save this particular scan. I named this one possible breakdowns. We'll rename it just in between 50 and 100. We'll save it. And then when we go to widgets up here, show sidebar, we'll be able to then go to this in between watch list. And now it's popped up right here. And so it now becomes a watch list. Let's say that I want to refresh this. When I refresh this, the scan will then actually go through the Russell 1000 index again, and these will be updated. So some of these may stay in, some of them may, go off the list.
Very nice. I see some familiar names on there. I see Citigroup. I see, yeah. So let's say that opportunities out there right now as we speak.
Oh, absolutely. Let's say that you did want to scan in two different scans on, because what you can do here is you can add another widget. So let's say you want to add another scanner. You can easily do that. Done. And so let's say that, we do find something that may be in both of the watch lists. It will pop up on both watch lists here. And, let me find an example. Maybe C. What's in the Dow Jones 30 as well? Just trying to get an example here. There's probably not one, but as soon as I find one where, let's say I click it in here, it's going to pop up on this lower one too. So let's say you're running multiple scans, you'll be able to say, oh, I see this one here. And if it pops up in another scan, you'll say, okay, this is definitely something that's popping up multiple times and maybe time to look at it a little closer.
Right. Okay. Very good.
But that's really how you can utilize the scanner, and the scanner's there to just make your life easier and continue to build on our vision, which is to just make the whole process of technical analysis and trading more efficient. Yeah. Down the road, we are going to be able to actually, you can scan, for these conditions. You can then create an alert whenever the price action hits a trend line, whatever, and you'll actually be able to trade through your brokerage, API, whatever your broker data is. And so you'll be able to do the whole process where you can start technical analysis and end right at at the very end with making the trade. So it's something that we definitely look forward to continuing to add on to, but this is something that we're really proud of and excited to get out to the world.
And if people wanted to examine the different price points or just wanted to try it out, maybe, where would they go for that?
Trendspider.com-pricing is going to be, is where you'll be able to find all the different plans. And so you can look at what the different plans have to offer. You can see, is one better than the other for your particular trading strategy. Some people may really need a specific feature or indicator or, something that distinguishes a different pricing plan. So make sure you go through this list to make sure that, you've got everything that you're looking for in the plan that you're looking at.
Gotcha. So I'll put the link in the description below this video, or you could just go to trendspider.com. Jake is really amazing about answering people's questions as far as, just supporting you. Once you sign up, you basically have a new friend in the markets to help you out with the charting and just getting started and getting set up. And then once you get set up, all those alerts are pretty much automated, right? And so you could just kind of set it and forget it, or you could be more involved if you want to. You can tweak it and adjust it like I like to do. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's something that we really are just trying to innovate the way things are done, and it's only going to hopefully get better in 2020. I think 2020 is really going to be our standout year where we can really make some moves and hopefully be known in the market as one of the top softwares out there to make technical analysis a more efficient process. So one thing that I did want to mention here, we do have a sale going on. So once you decide maybe scanning's right for you, we are going to have a sale starting next week. So it is 25% off, and you can check that out by simply going to the pricing page once the sale is up. And so these numbers that you see right now will be discounted when that sale is going on, up to 25% off.
Very nice. Fantastic. Yep. All right.
And that's 12 months as well. So, it's not just monthly. You can do annual as well.
I recommend people check it out. You guys and gals out there, you've seen me do stocks on sale, buy low, sell high, and I just go right to the TrendSpider app, and I just record right from there. And my watch list is on the right side of the screen. All my favorite stocks are on there, NEO and all those good ones that you see me talk about every few weeks. So this just makes it so much easier. I used to go on other charting platforms, and it just took me forever. And this one is just really, really simple. Cool. Any other things you wanted to show us?
Really, just I do want to mention, we did go over a bearish setup. Obviously, the market is kind of taking a turn here, maybe a little lower, but there's always the option to go and scan for stocks that have already been oversold. So, we were looking for breakdowns. You can easily look for possible ones that are becoming too oversold just as easy. So RSI, has crossed up through, let's say, the constant level of 30 is going to show us a completely different type of stock here. It's going to kind of show us maybe one that's already gone through the oversold process, and you can see most of these are going to be more on the green end of things. And so, it's not just to find a breakdown, as we kind of titled it. It's really just to find any set of conditions you're looking for. But especially in these types of market conditions, it may be good to start looking for those that are actually breaking out when you put in these types of conditions.
Very good. And you guys and gals know me. I like to make money both ways, when the market goes up and when the market goes down. I don't know whether this stock market rout will continue, whether there will still be panic in the markets. I hope you guys and gals are prepared, and I hope you got your charting ready to go. I hope you got those alerts set up. If not, Jake will help you to set them up. All you have to do is sign up for trendspider.com. Very good. We're making money. I know, Jake, you personally had a very good 2019, outperforming the markets, as they say, and so did I. So we're looking forward to seeing this. And once again, the pricing is right. You got a sale going on here very soon, so you want to check for that. But get your free trial right now, even if you're unsure about it. Why not try it out for at least a week, or just go ahead and sign up? I know you won't regret it. So Jake, thank you so much. I love these charts.
Well,
So
thank
thank
you
you
so
for
much for
coming on
having
once
us.
again.
Ed, thanks for having us as always, and glad you're liking the charts. And we always appreciate, the charts that you share on social media, and it just shows that these can be used by all sorts of different users, not just the pros out there, but also those who are just learning and getting into the market as well. So we have a ton of educational content that you can check out if you are just learning. So don't be intimidated by the software if it looks a little complex. We're there to help. We're there to give you a one-on-one demo once you sign up. So please let us know if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. And everyone have a great weekend. And thank you so much again.